how it works. And we know the recipe is actually quite simple. We need effective law enforcement to fight against the poachers. We need healthy prey populations, so wise management of the prey in these forest lands. Then, of course, we need to protect the habitat. We need large tracts of intact forest ecosystems. The recipe is simple. We know the answers, and we have examples where we have shown that we can recover tiger populations. In India, in the park Nargaholi, when Ullis Karant, if you were here last year, you may have heard Ullis Karant speak. This is the place where he worked, and through his dedication and others, they've demonstrated a 400% increase in tiger numbers over the last 30 to 40 years. Very remarkable. In Russia, where I work, the trajectory of tigers historically was very similar to the rest of Asia. We saw a dramatic decline, and in fact, one of my heroes is a biologist, a Russian biologist, Lev Kaplanov, who in 1940 did the first survey ever of tigers anywhere in the world, and estimated there were some 20 to 30 tigers left in Russia. And you can have varying opinions on the Soviet Union and communism, but one thing I want to say is that communism was very good to tigers. Strong law enforcement, control over trade, allowed tigers to recover in a dramatic fashion over the last 60 years in Russia. And since the collapse of the Soviet Union, we've actually witnessed a decline in tiger numbers, especially over the last 5 years. And so Russia has gone through a dramatic recovery where no other country has been able to demonstrate, but now is on the cusp of this decline as well. And so we're very worried, whereas in the past Russia was a success story, now we're very concerned about the situation there. So, how do we get traction? You're going to hear very briefly from another person here when I'm done, but the Global Tiger Initiative is a collaboration of 13 tiger range countries and national and international NGOs like my own that are working together to save tigers. Okay? The goal is very simple. T times 2, which means that the goal of this initiative is to double the number of tigers until the next Chinese Year of the Tiger, which is 2022. Biologically, this actually may not be possible, but it's a noble goal, it's a noble cause for us to be working towards. And within Russia, it gives us great hope that last year, in a month, it will be a year anniversary of a global tiger summit that occurred in St. Petersburg in Russia, in which the World Bank President, Robert Zoellick, along with Prime Minister Vladimir Putin, sat together on a stage and promised that we are going to save tigers, along with representatives of the other 13 range countries. This, on the one hand, gives us great hope that we see leadership at the top making commitment, but this process is going to be a slow one. It's a top-down process that requires governments to get engaged. This